10 years ago, we were doing fire drills. We weren't doing lockdowns. We weren't doing active shooter drills.
But now it's a reality in Connecticut schools, like this high-intensity training in Waterford.
It is very different today. Our children don't know anything different.
Despite the tragedy at Sandy Hook, which caught the attention of schools across the nation, school shootings continue to happen at an alarming rate. Since that attack in December of 2012, there have been more than 1,000 school shootings in the U.S.
3 times, school administration was warned by concerned teachers and employees that the boy had a gun on him at the school.
And now, for the first time, guns are the leading cause of death for American children and teens, making these drills necessary and potentially life-saving.
When I started, Columbine had just happened, so people were aware, but I don't think it really hit home in a way that we needed to plan systemically.
Casey Petruzzi has been a science teacher at Granby Memorial High School for 23 years. She's seen firsthand how these trainings have evolved.
It lives in a locked position all the time.
With new technology and ways of thinking.
Kids would open doors for people, right? That was just a thing. You were polite, you learned, you see that gentleman with the packages he's delivering, and you're gonna go open the door for them because that's the nice thing to do. It took a while for kids to unlearn those habits. Now it would never happen.
School districts have also made upgrades to their security systems, arming themselves with the latest equipment.
One of the newest features we have, you could follow a student or you could follow any activity in the building by looking at any of these circles. Click on it and it would take you to the next location in the building.
In Meriden, they have more than 650 cameras within their schools, 180 door sensors, and 50 keyless entry points.
We're also looking internally, like how do we make sure that our students feel safe every day? And we know that when there is a problem, the best way for us to get the information is for one of our students to come forward and let us know.
That on-the-ground intel critical for every district. In Waterford, Superintendent Thomas Giard says they utilize programs developed by Sandy Hook Promise. Start with hello and say something.
Which really asks everybody to be a set of eyes all the way down to our youngest students.
But these upgrades can be costly for any district, meaning grant money plays a crucial role.
Given there's not unlimited resources, but they have applied for grants every year, and I think Connecticut's ahead of the game.
And while sweeping changes have been made, there's a push for more work to be done.
Despite all of our best efforts, Uvalde did happen. And it happened 10 years after Sandy Hook. And when you think about that, it really speaks to the fact that we're not actually solving the problem.
And educators are feeling the pressure, always keeping in the back of their minds what could happen next.
When you talk to educators, it's an amazing thing to listen to them talk about how they kind of shove their own anxieties down. They leave them in their cars in the parking lot, and they enter their school buildings kind of steeling themselves to be the strong classroom leader that they need to be.
Connecticut Education Association President Kate Diaz says the key to solving this issue is by looking at root causes.
We think we're solving the problem by teaching children to stand in the corner and hide, but that's not the problem. The problem isn't where the kids are standing. The problem is that we have a real issue in terms of access to weapons and how we're really tackling mental health issues, violence issues.
At the core of it all, in a world filled with uncertainty, these educators want everyone to at least feel safe within school walls. And it's a collaborative effort to make that happen.
It's just not what I think we imagined for the world of education, and I think we can do better. But it's going to take a lot of effort.